on our TV. In recent days, we have been edited with issues, reports about state of insecurity in one part of Nigeria to another. It's been one sad story after another. From Benue from the governor of Benue complaining about the return of insurgents in that part to what went down in Plateau, Benue State. It's been one sad story after another. And in the middle of all this, the governor of Niger State made a statement that generated a whole lot of reaction, with criticism trailing that statement. Where it talked about the parade should pick any individual with dreadlock or any kind of hairstyle that's not the normal acceptable one, and that has generated a whole lot of reaction. Is it that the government is carving under pressure, or it does not? We have leaders who are very failed to be able to manage issues when it comes to speaking publicly and issues that concern the state or the country at large. Joining us this morning to take a critical look at this, the current crop of leaders that we have and the kind of leaders we are producing, and also the future and the issue about insecurity. It's not that person than the legal practitioner, Dr. Mr. Sonny Anyanwu. It's a pleasure to have you this morning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just gave a little bit insight of what is currently happening. It's been one problem after the other. It's like the book we read way back then, one week, one trouble. And for Nigeria, we witnessed so many things happen, especially with the recent issue in the Plateau State, and not forgetting about things. But in the middle of all this, we listened to the governor of Niger State coming out, telling police to pick any individual that is carrying a hairstyle, not really the acceptable. I don't know the acceptable one, but anyone carrying dreadlock or a style that they seem not to be ready to accept should be picked by police. What is your take on this?
Well, thank you very much for that. And when I had the governor making mention of that, I don't know, is it law or what? I don't know what he. But I don't feel that this is a governor who has run out of ideas. He has run out of ideas, and
if you have a lot to offer his people, we will not talk about dreadlocks. I don't know what is the potency of the dreadlocks.
Coalition.
The economy of Niger State, the insecurity in Niger State. Remember Niger State, some people government have seen a big control that bandits still there. We don't bother to address it, but on dreadlocks. What is dreadlocks? Some people were born with it. And like for example, where I come from, if you carry dreadlocks after a year or two, they shave it with a small ceremony, you know, and that is what doesn't mean anything. Meanwhile, the bandits are they putting out dreadlocks and they're killing people. It's not what is happening in the Plateau State, Benue State. People are dying in their numbers. Have you seen any of them, any one person with dreadlocks? In Niger, the same thing. Go to Niger, the educational sector of Niger State is zero. The health sector is zero. Agricultural sector is zero. Remember, Niger State control almost large because of land. Like the largest.
Farmland.
Yeah, farmland. But is the government making use of those things? He burdened himself with dreadlocks. What has he got to do with the governance of the state? For me, I say the man has run out of ideas. And again, too, he has a general, the Commissioner for Justice. What's the good to advise him? I say, you have gone far enough. To advise him. And not to say yes, sir. Saying that dreadlocks, Niger State has a plethora of problems, which if you start addressing them, you will not finish it in the next 4 or 5 years. You know, at the end of his wasted 8 years, because to me it's a wasted 8 years, you have done anything. Go to Suleja, very close to you. The closest city to Abuja. Go to Suleja, how does it look like? Because it looks like anything. Nothing. He's not burning himself on how to define that place. At least they run there so that come and try attraction. Revenue generating income for the state is burdening himself with the dreadlocks. That is the man who has run out of ideas. If I'm the governor, I will just resign. He has nothing again to offer his people.
This goes back to this issue, because in recent years we've witnessed visionary leaders running the affairs of this nation from one part to the other, and it's becoming a source of voice. It's becoming a worrisome trend, especially when you put into consideration this statement. Though yesterday we reported that he has made a U-turn on that statement, but the fact also it does not change the fact that the kind of leaders that we are producing. How did we get to this? When we look back to 70s to 80s, we have nationalists, men of that caliber, men that you can get to hold a candle to. We talk about the light of Nnamdi Azikiwe, we talk about the light of Awolowo, we talk about Tafawa Balewa. These are the kind of leaders that this country produces. How can we do this? We have leaders. You cannot even control what they are saying, and not to talk of leading the thing. How did we get to this?
Yes, because now any government of the day, particular government at the center, does not believe in merit. I see these are our crops of leaders. They have nothing to offer our people. You can't compare them to the days of Tafawa Balewa, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Chifawuru, and the rest, who actually came to serve the people, and not the people serving them. No, this time around, we are the citizens that were serving our leaders. Whatever they say happens. You can say what happened in the state of emergency in Lagos. If it is a decent society, the president will go. You know, but this is not, like I said, it is a government of anything goes. If I do anything now, commit any crime now, if I start shouting on your mandate, if I start shouting the praise of the I will go scot-free. But if this government, I wish, of course, it's not possible for the government to say, okay, let us see, before we are getting to a particular point, you now know you are doing what you are. If it is someone like Bagudu, the governor of Niger, cannot be the governor. They are intelligent and good leaders from Niger State, educated ones. Someone like him cannot be. I think I'm even told before I came here, I'm told that the father is a real-time general or colonel or something like that. So you can see where he's coming from. He doesn't know anything about leadership. That's why he came up. And for him to come and say, okay, I will do what I've said, it's just a message after them. Remember, that statement has gone now. Yeah. Those with dreadlocks now, they don't have, of course, you don't have like, no radio, radio will not be talking, your television will not be on because you don't have light. People now with dreadlocks, when they see this, some of them will run away. Some of them with dreadlocks, some of them leave themselves. This is a policy against the Constitution. He swore to protect. The government swore to protect the Constitution, but yet he had fervently gone against the Constitution, and nothing happened to him. He was the president in the Constitution for 12 years. He will come. That's why he will be there. So you can't compare old generation leaders than now. You can't get it right again. What we have is just Yahoo leaders.
That brings me to one issue that's been on my mind for quite some time. They said strong leaders produce weak children. You see a situation where you have people of timber caliber who are strong, who are highly implemented, who can determine the fate of the nation, producing children who cannot even hold a candle to their children, to their father. From when you go down memory, you talk about our elder family, you talk about Nnamdi Azikiwe, then you would have expected a situation whereby their children would have been able to become nationalists or probably their environment. But unfortunately, we are producing people who cannot even govern the what comes out of their mouth. We talk about what is happening, but this is not the first time the government of Niger State is making frivolous statement like this. We have made that kind of statement before in the past, talking about Dago, and this just one. And we have other leaders in other states. Look at what is happening. And we talk about the fact that if there's a top 10 opportunity for top 10, they will still come back again. Then we are talking about the opposition. Not even challenging or giving. Or how come even the opposition cannot even challenge? Because if you look at what's happening at the national level, it's not sad. Can we have a decision where this country can get better?
Well, like I said, for this country to move forward or get better, the head must be okay. You can't go to the stream and go to the down part of the stream to fish clean water. If you want to go to make it clean, the process now, like I said, the government of the day under the leadership of Mr. Tinubu, you can see the man must not do anything. And you don't expect everything to happen in this state. Except that person has that conviction. Say, look, I want to come and serve my people. You don't have that personal conviction. If not, you don't expect anything good. So our days, these we have leaders who want to serve the people, and now we have leaders now who the people are serving. Who are serving. You can say the governor can do anything what will happen. Nothing will happen. Opposition in this country is not a friendly position. It's not friendly because the government does not encourage any opposition. The moment you raise your voice, either you are arrested or you are being accused of one thing or the other. So the opposition in this country is just dead. The few of them who are just talking, at the end of the day, of course, the buy on the ground will come and warn you with threat and everything.
But that is that not worrisome? Take into consideration that for 15 years, PDP was in charge of this country, and the AD, later ACN, and APC continue to speak out to some of their policies, some of the things, and Tinubu continue to hold forth till they unite as the president of this nation. How come once PDP left the power at the central level, they cannot reach challenge, and they still have leaders like Katiko, Peter Obi, and so many others who would have been at the forefront to lead it? How come they cannot continue to hold forth and say, we can also give APC a run for their money? How come they can't have that?
Look at the recent demonstration in Niger.
Yes.
What happened? They use the court that they should go and start, they should go to stadium and protest. Those who try to come out of the stadium, how can you engage somebody in the room and say start protesting there? Those who try to come out of this, what happened? Some of them were shot. A lot of people were killed in Nigeria. We are teaching in that alone. I'm not talking about that state. Then, how can the people who led protest, that is the father of protest in Nigeria. But today, does it easy to protest? Is there not to pro? In fact, for you to mention that word, I don't think it will be kept somewhere. So it was not. When Dreadlocks was there, Dreadlocks was an educated individual, educated Nigeria with PhD. Imagine that the people can protest. The right of the people to protest as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They allowed it. The Barr protested. The church leaders protested. Tinubu led it. Nothing happened to them. They were not tear gassed. Nothing. But today, we can't do it.
Do you think if somebody like Atiku had tried to lead a protest, he would have been tear gas or something like that?
I would not encourage him because of the age. They would tear gas him.
But then what happens to naturally? What happens to leaders? If people like Atiku cannot stand up and say, enough is enough. Let's talk about this thing. Let's do this issue. You talk about Tinubu. You talk about election in Canada and then you lead in the protest. How can we have an opposition? Let that like of Atiku people be saying, this is enough is enough. This country can't commit this way. People must rise up. Government must change their policy. Are they scared of their life? They are more about protecting the future of this country.
But an average Nigerian is scared.
So they are coward leaders.
Cowards. An average Nigerian. If there's any protest that will be in my room, I don't want to die. I don't want to go out. I have children. I have houses. I have this. I have that. I'm a lawyer. Please, I want to protect my dignity. Tomorrow I may become the governor. I may become the president. Nigerians don't. We are afraid and will continue. And the government knows that we are afraid. And that is why they can dish out any policy and we take it. We have no choice. We don't have no choice. This government cannot do what they have done.
Well, I get to disagree a little bit because I'll take it down a little. Let's take a look at what happened in 1993 when the whole nation, we didn't need anybody at that point in time to say this is the way to go. Everybody in every corner of this country stood there and said, no, this can't continue. This fighting must be done. The two got to a military leader. The thing that made people to rise up at that point in time, I don't think it's no longer there. I also think I think what we just need for the right side of people to say, let's do this thing. Because we could have done that in 1993. And also do that in 2001 when we had occupied Nigeria's protest. I think the Nigerians can still be able to do that. But we just need the right to do it.
Nigerians are willing to change.
Yeah.
Nigerians spoke in 2023 election.
Yeah.
Because if you go critical looking at it, you know that the three days that is in the president of Nigeria in the election. And they go to see that
the evidence to the
evidence a lot. But at the end of the day, we knew that Nigeria will come out to protest. And the opposition voices were suppressed. People didn't go, okay, what happened? The reason happened when people didn't want to go and visit Benue State IDP to go and donate his own hard-earned money to the people and visit the school of nursing. The governor refused him entry into the state. And the man called himself a reverend father. A reverend father. When I heard that statement from the governor, I said, no. I never believe this is a well-trained reverend father. As a Catholic, as a priest, you say a mass every day. A reverend father says mass every day, even as a governor. He should have his personal when he says mass every day of his life until he dies. But now politics has made him, I don't think he does that again. He will not. There also politics. He refused people to enter the state. Why? He's afraid because of what the center will say. But the governor of Bayelsa State presented UK from coming to Bayelsa State to come and UK. But it's not the same thing. Let's get that. No, UK is a losers. No, she know. And that's different. Obi and Wiki can't compare Obi and Wiki. What is no comparison at all? Okay. However, yeah. If Wiki was coming, I don't know if it was coming to IDP in Bayelsa. I assume there's IDP in Bayelsa, and it's coming to donate his personal money. You think the government will say no? And you can't say that. You can't say that. Coming to make a rally. What happened? Want to extend what happened in River State to Bayelsa? And the government will say, no, we will not allow you. This is not River State. When he was not coming for anything, any program, that any meaningful program. So stopping Wike is the best way. Because the man, he never say, I will put fires in your state. Those are against me. So you want to come and put fire. And thank God there's enough water in Bayelsa to quench. And maybe that's what the governor of Benue State does also want Peter B to do. They allow him to come to the state. The president of Peter B, we know that said, Peter B has been fomenting problems anywhere he goes. Remember, he went to the state where more than almost 100 were killed. And they donated about something million or something, I don't know the amount. He donated money. He didn't make any trouble there and consoled the people and gave his own money. And the people thanked him. He left. There was no rally. He did not say, let's do for you or I don't do for you. No! He went to extend, they say, what happened in Plateau State happened in Benue State. He went to extend it. And the government said no. Why? So what I'm trying to say, if you have a good leadership of this country, no government would have done that.
But okay, what we're talking about, we may put the blame, so much blame at the doorstep of the presidency. But let's take a look at what is happening in our domain, in our local level, at the local government level, and also at the state level. What are we holding our leaders accountable? Let's take, for instance, the recent decision taken by the Supreme Court about the fund coming directly to the local government channel, so that they can be able to influence their surrounding and do something. Some state governments, some like what happened in Niger State, you have the local government channel say, no, don't give our money to us, give it to our government. And so many other states have just come out to say, okay, fine, because that would have also created room. That would have also created room for so many other local different parties to emerge at local level. Because when it comes to local government level, people know who is in charge of their people can be able to say, these are a person, these are a person. And it's happening right now. Are we not supposed to also look at what is happening at our local level and also at our state level? Mentioning that in cognizance of the fact that these are those who emerge as the governors of the state.
Yes, When the Supreme Court gave that judgment, no, it's a local development, giving the allocation directly to the state, to local government. But don't forget, the companies have picked this local government chairman. The company was it. If the one that will tell you go and buy ticket for APC or PDP or a Labour Party, to go and buy ticket. If you don't tell you buy, you waste your money. So that's why you can say, local government chairman in your place say, please don't give us direct. Give us, you don't like it. Very good. So please give it to our governor. It's not that you give a child money. I said the child to collect the money. He said, no, please give it to my daddy or my mom or my mommy. So now it is not possible. It is something they are asking to say. So yet, even those people they give, let me tell you what happened with the government. Even if you bring the money from Abuja straight to the local government, they will collect that money and go back to the governor. Sir, see how much they give me. The governor tell them how much you are going to remove and drop the rest. This is common there. So with this, the governor will continue fingering the allocations of local government.
I may disagree with you a little bit. Let me give you an instance. Let's take for instance what happened in your state, where the late Hajinobi was leaving office. He contested as a senator, and he lost the election. So he was a senator in the state after running for 8 years. You saw the sweeping change that happened in Abia State. You saw what almost happened in Ondo State. The reach of the people was in Niger at the end of the day. I bet you also think if the people say this is what we want, this is the kind of leaders we want, they can still be able to do that. In the light of some of these challenges we are facing.
Some of them lost. They just want to remain the people. They know that they give their play. For example, the governor of the Enugu State where I come from, I know he lost the senatorial bid. He didn't do anything for the people of the Enugu State. He removed the place. So the people in Enugu State said no to him. He just said, okay, let me allow them to go so that the people perceive, yes, after all, we are lost. So that people won't look at or explain what he did. So, but when Junaid just mentioned, he just because he doesn't want to. If he wants, he knows what to do. Now, on a Nigerian factor. So you don't believe the wish of the people can control. How? Despite the fact that yes. The recent election, what happened? Did the wish of the people come to listen? No. So the president said, I will give you a good state. I will give you a APC in the state. He said it before the election. And it happened. When that's a week and the rest, I will give it. And it happens. There are Monday somebody who cannot express himself. Did you win the election? But when you're talking about that, you saw what happened during the time of Buhari, when the former governor of the state in Nigeria, when they had a strong APC candidate that could have given a run for the money, but they really think about the APC suppressing the power of the people. When they feel that the wish of the people that is carrying out in the state right now, that must have produced a power. It's much advanced. Okay. To have some the likes of Monday. Too advanced. Very educated. Individuals, intelligent people. They will not be stupid and foolish enough to put their hands on the likes of Monday. You are saying what is not backed up by what is happening in the economy in the state. We see the result of the election. We see that Monday follow in Niger the governor of the state. But that takes us to some major issues that we're talking about this month, the kind of leaders we're producing. Let's talk about what happened in Niger to the Bible. How do you ensure that we get the right leaders, that the community, the society continue to come out? Then we can have nationalists in Nigeria, people who have the interest of their state, of this country at hand. How do you get there? The electoral system in Nigeria should be reformed. The electoral system of Nigeria is reformed, and the people, the way the people vote for you, if you are popular, it is seen, not manipulated. As long as we keep on manipulating our electoral system, we cannot go anywhere. We will be stagnant. until the electoral system is okay. If the president doesn't do anything to reform the electoral system, they are not. They are using it for 2027. That's what they cannot do. They don't do their side. They will not. If they have reformed the electoral system, we know that no normal Nigerian will go and vote for the present government.
You can't say that. Because you have people who are also supporting them. When you look at the, okay, even the thing, some of the things that we tend to the result, but you look at the number of votes got in the last election by Peter Obi. We have said the electoral system are prevented from getting that. That's why the number of votes are accumulated to it.
So if you have to go back to 2023 election, everybody won the election, people won the election.
But that's
yes. I'm a lawyer. When the court speaks, I'm not here to criticize the judiciary, but the court has said it, they affirm it. But I'm telling you that election does not reflect the will of the people.
But if you're saying the election does not reflect the will of the people, the 2027 is around the corner. And you look at the opposition. You don't look at anybody that can give you PC run for their money going to 2027 with what we're seeing on ground.
You want to talk about the opposition, we are talking about the opposition to the individual. The masses, we are the opposition. We the masses, we are the ones voting. We come and queue up other way or son to come and vote. We need people to believe that people give one or two person individual. That just individual we don't vote. On top of Nigerians, we say we want change. But at the end of the day, they will do their magic and ask you to go to court. Miracles and abandon, greatest statement, go to court if you don't like. And when you actually go to court, what happens? Me, I don't know what happens. You will go to court. But however, for Nigeria to move forward, like I said, if Tinubu going well for Nigeria, what we need to do is to reform the electoral system. If you do so, Nigeria will move forward. If you want to come back to come and contest, you will contest. If you are popular, the people will vote for you. But if you need to force the people, the likes of the Bagudu of Niger State was forced to these people by Bagudu. And today, we can make stupid statements, careless statements, and nothing happens. The House of Assembly cannot impeach you. They're supposed to impeach the government. You're not supposed to be the governor by now. But we will start it. Where will the person will stay and impeach him? It's not possible in Nigeria. That's why until the president and commander-in-chief say, look, we will reform this country. We start with himself. And if you lose the election, you lose the election. Just like the honor, this man, what is his name, Jonathan, former president of Nigeria, the honor he has today, he lost the election and pick up his phone to congratulate the Buhari. It is on record. And of course, Buhari came and messed the whole thing up. Jonathan had the opportunity to put himself power, to put his stick into power and tell the Ahmed chairman and whatever, I want to do this for me. And now we do it. But what happened? We finally let a scene. And today, both Buhari, Tinubu have made this country.
As a statement coming from Anyanwu, where the statement is society to his opinion, but not a reflection of the the boy is being quite interesting looking at some of the major issues happening and also looking at the way forward. But just before I wrap up the discussion, I must take him on the monitor the recent event in their party. Here the total structure of PDP going to last and joining us with APC. And we're talking about opposition. And there are speculations that probably that may also happen in Rivers State. Do you think by the time you get to 27, with what is happening, would you say it's the president that is forcing that to happen, or the people at the state level are looking at how do you survive?
Yes, my brother, this we're going here what we call state capture. Nigeria is under siege. They are threatening the governor. If not, we will not come back. We have to join. And the met the president in London recently. I'm sure one of the conditions that he must join APC. And or if you need to join, if you are not to join, it is okay. You must their structure allow APC to presidential election to go through. you know, but I'm sure they will have threatened him and given the condition that he must join APC. Don't be surprised. When at the end of the day they will withdraw the military man they send them and bring back Fubara back with the condition before you know before you don't class you listen to APC. So when the Delta State governor did the deal with ECOWA who left. Of course, we know why ECOWA went. You know that the charge against the EFCC. I am telling you, for what we did yesterday, that charge will be dropped. That is the end. Himself, Bello of Kogi State, that is the end because they according to Shomole, once you join APC, all your sins are forgiven. So that is what
I want to thank you to Barrister Anyanwu for joining us this morning to take a look at the reasons events, insecurity, the political manipulation, and so many things happening right there across the land. And then we're looking forward to 2027. Okay, at the end of the day, we pray that the best man will now come to himself right there. And also, let's hope we can continue to produce leaders who can be able to take us through the promised land. Thank you so much from the Abuja Network today. Now we link up with our Lagos Network where your charities also standing there to continue the line of conversation.